Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Hello. Red light stringer? White light stringer.
16 copy.
Red and white light stringer. Or how about just stringer? Hey, I'm Stringer! People say I'm stringing around, but I'm too busy stringing to let anyone put anyone. I don't know, man. I left the fire earlier, but I wasn't ready to be live or out. Sometimes things happen. And now we're going to see the sun come up. I don't know if the stream will, but I definitely will. Yeah. I got some good night's rest. I did. Okay, just making sure we're going the right way. Don't want to be entering the freeways the wrong way these days. Dude, Caltrans needs to go back to work. So Caltrans lost all their free help. Alright, so Alright. So Randy is at a scene. I'm being contacted right now about Randy at a scene. I'm aware of the scene he's at. I think I might head over to it. But yeah, so Caltrans lost all their free help. Here in California, if you get in a certain type of trouble, you're eligible for community service. Instead of going to jail, you can do some community service. And community service comes in all kinds of shapes and forms, one of them being Caltrans. People think it's picking up trash on the freeway. It's more than picking up trash on the freeway. It's also doing gardening work, doing yard work on the freeway. So Caltrans lost all their free help. That's why our freeways are starting to look like crap right now, or have looked like crap over the past few months. They lost their free help because, well, you can't have a bunch of people in the bus together during a pandemic here in California. No, that goes against the rules. Now, you can social distance them apart while they're working on the freeway, but then you got to group them into a van, and you can't have that. Not here in California. No way, not at all. So, our freeways are starting to look a little crappy due to our free labor going away. Uh-oh. Shut your mouth. I did it. Who's kidding? Am I kidding? I'm not kidding. That's the truth, Sharon. We have community service. And if you're under, check this out, guys. And I may or may not know this from experience. If you're under 18 and you're not allowed to hang out with the adult convicts, you're allowed to do something called JAWS, Juvenile Alternative Work Service. I may or may not know anything about that, but if you're not allowed to do community service as an adult, they have you do as a kid, and that's called JAWS, Juvenile Alternative Work Service. So between Juvenile Alternative Work Service and between Caltrans, the free gardening work and trash pickup is not happening. It hasn't been happening for 9 months, and that's why it looks the way it does. what next? That's been happening for years, man. Like, I've known about it since the 80s. Hell, Paris Hilton did, she did graffiti removal and trash pickup somewhere else. I forget. I don't think she did actual Caltrans. They had her go somewhere else. But yeah, man, if you don't want to go to jail, you got alternative. Because the thing is, they want you to not go to jail if you're a working citizen. If you have like a job, that's where they'll let you do Caltrans. If you have no job, they're going to put you in jail. If you have a job and you're like, hey, I'd like to not lose my job, and they're like, hey, we don't want you to lose your job either, because, well, we'll have to pay you another way if you do lose your job. So that's been going on here in California for a long time. What's up, UK? Right, Baltimore guy? Right. It's kind of cold outside right now. It's 50 degrees. Do I have my jacket? I hope I have my jacket. I do have my jacket. I am going to be very reflective. Dan, are you here? I'm going to be wearing my new jacket. It's not raining, but it is cold. And I am going to be... Oh, that's a fire. There's a fire right here. Oh, shit. Shit. Dude, I can see it. Son of a biscuit, dude. If I wasn't talking to you guys, I saw the call come out. It's right next to us. There's a major structure fire right to the left of us. And I need to decide what I'm going to do right now. First thing.
Outdoor fire, 10th Street West, West Avenue I. Engine 9, Squad 163, difficulty breathing, 6025 Pine Avenue, Unit 36 Charlie, 60th Street, Maywood Healthcare, 156 Squad 10050 Valley Boulevard, Unit 15, Gibson Road.
Alright, so it was a trailer on fire. It was not a structure, and it came out as a vehicle, but ended up being a trailer on fire. Alrighty, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Uh-oh. I don't like that scenario. Ow, ow. Bumpity bump, 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 bump. Why you so bumpy, man? Why you so bumpy, man? Jeez Louise. Am I driving Braille? Yeah, it says, get the heck over, man. Learn to drive, dude. Driving Braille. Excuse me, I burped. So the accident that we're going to is a pretty gnarly accident due to the fact that they are bringing canine and a drone to the scene. We're going to a double fatal car accident in the city of Covina. Apparently there's one person in the vehicle deceased still trapped and 1 body in lanes. I'm not quite sure why they're bringing out the canine or the drone, but we're gonna go find out because Randy knows. Randy knows. All right, so we'll be there in about 10 minutes-ish, I think. I don't know. Where's our location? Where are you at? Oh, no. We're going to be a little longer than 10 minutes. Well, everything's 10 minutes. It all depends on how fast I want to drive. But we got a few freeways to pass. So we got a little ride ahead of us, guys. We got a little rise. And then what's going to happen is traffic's going to back up because the accident is on this freeway and it is in front of us facing the way we're going, I believe. Yeah. So with that said, did come out as a car fire. Trailer on fire, parked on street. RV on fire in front of RP's house. Yeah, it was an RV fire. That's why it looked like a structure fire, especially from a distance. If I would have got there quick, we would have got some good shots, and we would have got stuck. I actually got stuck at that last fire. Sheriffs blocked me in, not on purpose, but the way that I parked on a dead-end street, and then they blocked the entrance to that street. And I had to do some waiting, and then once actually one sheriff unit and a fire truck moved, I was able to actually maneuver around the other 2 sheriff units and get out. And then this one I got stuck. I did go to the fire right now. I just wasn't, I didn't shoot it. I didn't shoot it. I went to it, missed the flames, didn't bother with it. Now we're gonna make our way to this double fatal over in Covina. So because it is a weekend, it will not be major breaking news. Now it will most likely be on the news at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. most likely, possibly. Especially since the 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. news doesn't have anything new to report from yesterday. They only can regurgitate stuff that happened yesterday and last night. So they're looking for overnight stuff. Even though what we're going to is not election related, it is still news here in the morning for local. So yeah, that brings us to our election. Woo! Damn, y'all crazy. Both sides. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. I will say this. President-elect Biden is in a lot more... What's the word? What am I looking for? Let's see. You guys won't fill in the blanks. Trump is a lot safer than Biden will be. Trump was a lot safer than Biden will be. Yeah, let's just say the people that don't like Trump aren't really trained. The people that don't like Biden, well, we've seen the pictures. Some of them are trained. Some of them aren't trained. Some of them love guns. Some of them don't love guns. My point is, I think Mr. Biden might be a little unsafe compared to Trump. Trump was a lot safer than Biden will be. And now they're starting to push this he's a Catholic thing on us. What happened to the last Catholic president we had? Democratic Catholic president that we had. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. So yeah, Biden, there's going to be some crazies that are going to end up getting in trouble for not liking Biden. And for everybody who thinks that after the recount, because there will be a recount, and there should be a recount, absolutely 100%, there should be a recount. And after the recount, if the outcome is the same, it's the same. Did you guys all watch the first President Bush's speech? They showed that today. That was pretty elegant. That's how it should be done. That is not how it will be done. No. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Gore didn't concede until December 12th or December 13th. Back in 2000 or whatever the heck it was. I think it was 2000, 20 years ago. So Gore, his people wanted a recount. They got the recount. They conceded in December. All right? So, yeah, there might be a little, I think the whole country needs Cialis, or half the country needs Cialis, or, what's it called? No, wait, no, that's for getting it up. What's for premature? Half the country's a little premature right now. They're premature unofficially. And correct, all you Trumpers, the media cannot call the election, but they can call the facts of the election and the numbers of the election, and that's what they did. So no, the vote won't be overturned. I told you guys this 4 years ago that he was going to get a little upset when he lost. Good game of golf today. Made a married couple extremely happy when you know, because they paid a lot of money to get married on his golf course, and then for him to show up, they couldn't believe it. They were excited. He made their day. As the rest of the country, the best thing I heard today was, how do you lose your job on your day off? That's the best thing I heard. Picture him golfing, and the quote underneath was, how do you lose your job on your day off? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I don't care what you say. All right, we're almost here. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. What I did not watch is Saturday Night Live, and that's what I will be doing when I get off work tonight. I will check out Chappelle's opening monologue. I'm sure it will be great. I'm excited to look at it. Jan, here's the thing about that. All right, Trump will not be arrested. All right, that's not how America works. You are not going to put an ex-president in jail. As a matter of fact, the sitting president won't allow it to happen. He will pardon him. That's how America works. That's how we back up each other. Who cares if we don't like him or not? You're not going to put an ex-president in prison. Not going to happen. I have a lot of friends who think that's going to happen. I'm like, you guys are idiots. You're just as stupid as my other friends who think that the election's going to be overturned. Yeah. It's fun being in the middle, because you get to crap on both. Arrested for what exactly? I don't know. Probably the same thing that most of his friends are in jail for right now, or most of his ex-employees are in jail for. Whatever that is. I'm not very smart, but whatever they were arrested for and convicted of and are in jail for, I'm guessing things like that. But they're not going to. They will try, but they won't. No court is going to convict an ex-president. Don't be stupid. That whenever somebody says that Trump's going to go to jail, you sound just as stupid as the other side, saying that it's going to be overturned. Or just wait, you guys. And then some of these mother flippers want civil war. You want civil war because your president didn't win? Now, I'm going to say this once, because I've said it many times, and I'm going to say it again. It's politics. Everybody cheats. The Republicans are just mad that the Democrats cheated better. That's my opinion. So, the Democrats bitched and complained for 4 years, made up a bunch of stuff about collusion for 4 years, complaining about things, and then actually finally went and did something about it. What did the complaining do? Nothing. The complaining did not change anything. The only thing that changes is, well, voting. So, That changed. And so now it's the Republicans' turn to understand that all the bitching and complaining is not going to change anything. I have some friends who were just saying how stupid it was the past 6 months for everybody going out and destroying shit. And then I hear them say, I want to go out and destroy shit because we're so angry. Well, you can't. You can't. You just can't. But what you can do is sit back and relax and enjoy the show. You're the next contestant on the Skylane Show. You know, I get a lot of discussion, a lot of what ifs, like these. I haven't looked at the comments, but the comments might be saying, what about? What about it? Whatever you think is true, it's true. Okay, is that going to change anything? No. What are you going to do? Shout and tell your friends on Facebook? Is that going to change anything? No. No, it's not. It's not. We've learned over the past 4 years, over history. Doesn't change it, man. Doesn't change it. Doesn't change it. And I told you guys 6 months ago, if he was to lose and concede gracefully, this country is a forgivable bunch of people. If he outros nicely, that's what we will remember. We'll remember the outro, not the 4 years of what the heck, man. All right, so here comes our traffic breaks. Are we starting to get into where we go? That guy's exiting. Here comes. All right, cool. What you doing there, sir? Damn, oh, somebody hit something. That's scary. So yeah, our country is a little confused right now. I do believe, though, that in 20 years, all these Trump supporters are going to be like the OJ jurors when they're like, yeah, we knew he was guilty, but we just wanted to mess with the system. You guys are going to think the same thing. You're like, yeah, we know he's an idiot. We just wanted to mess with the system. Well, stop messing with the system. No, voting does help. And another thing, too, is a lot of Republicans think that the Democrats went out and destroyed things. In order to be a Democrat, you have to register to vote. Whenever I look at rioting and looting, I don't see registered voters. That is not what I see. I don't look at it and be like, those guys took the time to go register to vote. They're Democrats, and they're going to go break shit. That is 0% true. No registered voters went out looting. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you riding with Biden? Come on, man. One of the best memes I saw was, we can't count the votes until we see how many we need. Come on, man. All right, we're here. Come on, man. Hey, Jan, if you like me and you have Netflix, you're really going to like what I'm about to do. Have you seen, look at me, I'm already talking about the N-word. Have you seen the Netflix show, Jan? Jan, you got the Netflix? Oh, you did see me on Netflix. Yay! All right, I'm here, guys. We are here. We are at a double fatal fatality where they brought in a canine and a drone to assist. We do have one body in lanes, from what I understand, and one body possibly still in the vehicle. But I don't see any fire units on. Oh, there goes the drone. The drone just went in the air. I don't see any fire units on scene. So therefore, I think the body's already been out. And there's Randy. Randy's shooting the drone. All right. We are going to make our way over to the scene. Here comes some officers. Don't want to get in their way. They're pointing up there. Am I good on the right side here? All right, cool.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. I don't want to get any evidence or anything, as you can see. All right, so let's put on our jacket because it's cold, and we're gonna do some things. It'll be a minute, guys. Leave that one on. Let's grab you guys. Boop. Grab you. That was cool when we got here. We saw the drone pop up in the air. I like that. All right, you guys are gonna be a minute. Here, let's do this. I hear the drone. I see it. It's right there. Yeah, I hear it. There she is. What's up, bud? You like that?
When is this No, one person came back to say, I've got two.
So, people, were they in one vehicle?
Yes.
Why is there a guy in the middle of the road? Get out.
They're saying the people got ejected.
Gotcha.
They got rear-ended. They don't know if the vehicle was stalled. The white vehicle was stalled.
Okay.
And the van came up. They're saying it's over 80.
Okay.
Rear-ended them.
And then the van took off?
No, the van stayed.
The two people in the van took off. But one person in the van stayed?
Juvenile, yes.
So he's sitting there letting them know. All right, I got you. All right, thank you. Cool. I'm going to grab some stuff from here, and then I'm going to go over there and follow. Are they being cool and letting...
Yeah, I respect the sergeant here. I know he's cool.
All right, right on. May as well get some tripod stuff since I'm here. And then we'll get closer. I'm telling you guys, stay away from Randy.
They had a dog here. They're trying to see if they pick up the resource.
That does not have the flare, does it? Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
That's why I told you, sergeant said, yeah, they're going to see if they have a flare, resource.
That's awesome.
That's a flare, but yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what's convenient as a room.
All right, I'm gonna hit record right now. So I leave my car on sometimes, so it's warm or cold when I get in. Make sure it's locked.
Yeah, it's like.
You got a suspect running around. What side of the body?
The body, what's that?
The one that's in the car, what side is it on?
This side. You can probably see it from right here.
All right, I don't
Doors
want...
broken open and everything.
All right, I don't want to, that's kind of the point.
You might be able to get a better view with your camera. And you have it covered. I don't
Good,
know if you take it
all
off.
right, I want it covered. I don't want to see it right now. Just want to see the mangled car. And you already sent in part 1?
Yes, sir.
All right. Look at that shot. Damn. Facing the hills? No, just facing the hills. I don't want to turn my light on right now. But at some point, I want to light up the hill. But I don't want to turn my light on to fuck with them. Looks like they stopped traffic just in... Yeah, they stopped.
Set up the cones.
They stopped traffic. I got here just in time.
Yeah.
Look. Yeah, they're setting it up. I got here just in time. So both victims from one vehicle?
Yes.
All right, and they were possibly
Male.
possibly stalled. Any other victims from that car?
Nope.
So there were 2 people in the car, and then they're both deceased?
Yes.
And then that possibly crashed into them, and they took off?
Yeah.
All right, where's that 16-year-old? Just in the back of the car,
To the
or
hospital.
transported?
Transported.
Any...
Not moving, so I wonder if they have a resource.
well, they're not moving, so I'm guessing no. You know what I mean? If there was, they would be moving.
Oh, they're probably with us.
Did they say anything to you about the rescue the other day? This is
Uh,
Baldwin Park, right?
yeah.
Same?
Well, the sergeant and 2 of the officers, yes.
Did
the
they
other
say-
2 officers, yeah.
They said something?
Yeah, they're like,
All right.
man, what's up with you and Fados? I'm like, try and blame it on me.
John, because it's my job. That's why, John, it's my job. And I'm not really filming dead bodies. I'm filming a story where dead bodies happen to be at. See it on the window? No, look at the window. Right there. It looks better right here, but you can kind of see it. I don't want to touch their shit, but if I'm not mistaken,
You're not recording, right?
that is, but I'm not recording. But if you look,
I think that's the guy out of the vehicle. I wonder if
yeah,
you saw that.
they might have got out of the vehicle and hit. I don't know about ejected, and they're gonna figure that out too. They're smarter than we are. But that car hit somebody for sure.
Or, no, couldn't be the passenger's head, no? On the inside?
It looks like it hit a fucking pole. So imagine that car hitting somebody, somebody our size, like we're, decent size. That's what that would do. That hit a person. That for sure hit a person. This you might be able to see. You can kind of see the blood better over here. See the red?
Oh, yeah, right there.
It's hard to see it on that one, but you can see it
from
there.
the lights from right here. You see the red.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that car hit a person.
Well,
That's why they ran.
that might be true because her head, blood all over the fucker.
Yeah. So that's what happened right here, unfortunately. I can actually see it better right here, huh? Watch yourself, traffic's open. So you guys are looking at the coroner preparing the body for transport. So here's the drone. There's the drone guy right there. Looks like an Inspire, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. I think it's an Inspire. The drone, I think it's an Inspire. I could be wrong though.
When it comes to those, I don't know.
So both bodies have been transported, or there's still one in the car? Gotcha. That was the one that was struck. All right. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and grab that right after I grab this thing. So yeah, Dan from Australia made these. I'm pretty reflective, aren't I?
I saw you. I saw you right there.
Yeah, it's good in the rain too. It's when it gets wet, it looks like it stains. But it has a weird look.
I was bought a new rain jacket. I want to put the logo on it. Looks like you're glowing. Yeah, looks like you're glowing.
Alright, I don't want to sit right here. You're good, you're good. I'm zoomed in. It's also very possible that she could have been behind the car. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she could have got pinched, which caused that and that car hit the back of that car. So it looks like it hit both, obviously. My guess is she was behind the vehicle. Because obviously that car was hit from the back, and the front of that van obviously hit a body. So I'm guessing it hit the body, then it hit the white car. You saw it?
Pay for it. You have to have 2 more hours? An hour and a half? You guys still on it or you guys off and down?
Yeah, yeah.
Hi guys. Hello.
I seen you.
Hello.
I seen you before CP, bro.
Hello, hello.
About to, hey, man, give me a picture of the guy.
You guys put this in phone section?
No. I used to like phone calls.
First Amendment auditors. We do. We do. So, one, I am live. So, watch your P's and Q's. Number two, I call it, people know how I feel about it. I call it loophole media. I don't quite have a problem with them, per se. I have a problem with what they do. It is loophole media. And what's cool is the way that you guys used to think about us 10 years ago is how you think about them now. How you think about them now is how you used to think about us. So they're doing us a favor because you now recognize us as what we do instead of the guys filming the cops. So they actually did us a favor, but they're also hurting the guys with the cameras who don't know the difference between the two. And that's why if you show up with this and it kind of looks a little better. Like sometimes I'll show up with just my phone because it's not news, but it's streaming news. And then people will think that I'm here to film you, and I'm like, no, I'm here to film this, and you happen to be here. And so I don't have a problem with any of them yet, just what they do. Like I've never had a run-in, so it's weird. And there's a difference between what I call cop watchers and cop auditors. Watching the cops, wherever you are doing your job, that's fine. Just film you, do your job. But when you film somewhere in public, to cause a commotion for you guys to come, and then they can film the views, and then you guys walking away, kick rocks, and then they're going, ha ha, I'm allowed to be here. That's the difference between the two. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Yeah. So the answer is yeah. I know all about them. I know all about them. Yeah. Yeah, that kid's gonna be questioned. Hopefully is he all right? How bad was he? Was he in the back, or was he one of the guys in the front? He was in the back.
I don't know if that's a driver or possible.
Oh, you can't say.
No, we weren't talking to him.
Gotcha.
But he's good. I mean, he's not hurt.
Gotcha. All right. Was this stalled? Do we know? Was it a stalled vehicle? Stopped?
Yeah, we're just hoping that's our area.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, that's all they come up with the traffic.
Is your guys pushing a bike on the station? That's in there. I have an app. You have to have it. I remember when it's so cool and I can't. I gotta go back on
Who that? You got somebody down there. Looks like an adult though. It's what? Passenger? You said he was 16. That ain't no 16-year-old.
16 already got transported.
Oh, okay.
He's about the same age? He's fucking older.
So he was in the minivan?
He was the one that took off.
Smart man. Have a good one. No, shit, dude. They just pulled the body out right there in front of us, and I wasn't even watching. They were. I wasn't rolling, and I came on this side on purpose, thinking they were gonna do everything on that side. Oh no, they did. I think the body.
Yeah, the body's on this side. Oh, then that's just the plastic.
Gotcha. All right. I see. Yeah.
So I shouldn't send that more to them, right?
Is it just the drone? I'm gonna probably send part 2.
Yeah, you send it.
I don't have the drone though, and I don't think it matters.
No.
You can just write it, or I'll write it
Yeah.
that the drone was that the drone was used. I do want to get this guy though. Let me know if there's any movement over here. I want to grab this guy before he's gone. Because at this point, this is a suspect, right?
I know, because he took off and left and came back.
He came back and he's not a suspect. I don't know.
Or unless he's saying he's not the driver.
Well, that's bad. So there is a guy who was in the minivan. The minivan is... Burp, burp. Alright, so think they're gonna arrest this guy? They would only arrest him if he's drunk, right?
Well, he's saying he's high.
Oh. Well, you can't be arrested for being high as a passenger.
And
It's like being drunk as a passenger. You can't be arrested for that. No handcuffs. He's sitting down though. He definitely knows what's up, but if he's the driver, he's in a lot of trouble.
I would say I'm the passenger, and I'll give you whatever information that you need to give me a handcuff.
Is he though? Got handcuffs and he's sitting down for sure. They might have put him in cuffs. I think his hands are behind his back. Oh, no, they just moved. They just moved. He's cold. Yes, he just has him back there.
I wonder about you saying he's the driver, they're going to have him low, give him a text.
See his phone in his pocket? Phone's on.
There's no way they're going to release him here on the scene.
He's going to get a ride back. They got a question. Question the hell out of him. Probably multiple times.
Change the story and there's somebody else.
See, I love that shot. I saw them put the first one. Let's say it was in 2 pieces. But I saw them put the first one. I think that might just be. No, it's not a body. Is it triple? No, it's 2. I watched them put a body in here. I came over here. And then we watched them put a second.
That's what her brain was at.
Unless it's 2 pieces, but they would have put it all in the same.
I saw her body. You see her body completely. I was right here when the guy was doing CPR. She got hurt.
If he leaves, then there's your answer.
Last looks like it's a body right there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what her body was too.
Yeah, but I watched them do the first He gone. He gone.
As in tomorrow, this is their evidence.
What time is it?
4:38.
Part 1 is what it is. I'm not worried about part 2 until for the 6 o'clock news. I don't know who it is. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Good to fucking meet you, bro.
Right on. I always say if you recognize me at work, it doesn't count. It doesn't count, man. I'm supposed to be here. Now, if I'm at Carl's Jr. and you're like, hey, now that matters. It does help, though, man. It does help.
And your show is out with so much. That's why I got so close with these guys.
It does help. Today the sheriffs were like, hey man, you're too close. I was like, I'll come stand next to you guys. I'll be safe. And it was live too. And they're like, no, we're in the middle of evacuation. I go, I was just watching the three of you just talk right now. And they just started laughing. And I'm like, I won't shine my light on you guys. So I turned the light off, but I stood behind them.
Yeah.
And the fire was already out, but I was like, I was safe. I know where I am.
Wait a second.
Nah,
was
no. I watched 2 bodies go in. There's no body under there. Go for a walk and see. I'm gonna say no way. No? Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go, what am I gonna go do? I wanna see what happens to this guy. I wanna see if they put him in a car or cuffs. I got nothing else to do, so I'll wait it out. No, it's a double fatal. There's nothing under that yellow tarp. That yellow tarp was the CHP or firefighter tarp to originally cover the body. So this may or may not be the driver. He was definitely in the vehicle, so they're trying to figure out who the driver is because it does look like the minivan smashed a person and crashed into the back of that vehicle all at one time. So it looks like the victim was standing behind the vehicle when the minivan came a-slamming.
Sergeant, they'll tell me this. She was out of the vehicle.
Yeah, definitely, she was out of the vehicle. See, they're still talking to him.
My thing is, he's not handcuffed. He's not in handcuffs.
Doesn't matter, but think about it. You're in handcuffs, are you gonna talk to anyone?
Oh yeah.
But if you're like thinking you're gonna be able to get out of it, you're like, yeah, it's so-and-so, you know? Like they know what they're doing. That's why there's 2 or 3 around them. That'd be so sweet if you got up and ran.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Just fucking run that way. Yeah, but the thing about it is if you don't want it to turn into a carjacking situation, just take your medicine, man. That's what I always say. Like, I've always been good at getting in trouble, but I've always been the best at accepting it. Like, I've lied to get into trouble, but I've never lied to get out of trouble once caught. Once caught, I'll tell you everything I did because I'm proud of it. I'm like, this is how I got to here. I'm not proud of being caught, but once I'm caught, it's like there's no reason to lie anymore. It's like, this is what it is. So I would lie to get out of trouble, but once in trouble, you're like, this is what happened. I did this, and this, and this. But I've always been one, take your medicine, man, take your medicine. The best thing I heard today was, so you don't let him come right? He was golfing. And, how do you lose your job while you're out? So hilarious. How do you lose your job on your day off? Uh-oh.
Like the movie Friday. I get fired on the day off.
Yeah, he's young. He's just big. He's young, though. He has a young face. He's big, though. He's a big dude.
Maybe that's why they took out running, because they're all young, trying to go on license. That would make sense.
Look at this, man. Hey. You never go wrong. On a tripod, down a hill. So beautiful, dude. So beautiful. I'll sit on that shot all day. I like lights. Lights, camera, action.
The way he's standing, looks like he wants to get up and run. You see one leg like that. Caught on camera, suspect police can see. Oh, fire's coming. Look, check them out. That's why they get them.
Yeah, they're gonna look at him. Transporter or something.
That'd be good for part two, because I didn't put that in my notes. I just put one suspect transported.
Fire department is coming up here to check out the guy on the ground here. Because the guy on the ground was involved in an accident. They're gonna get rid of these UFOs, man. The iPhone, they have all these UFOs.
Oh, because of light?
Yeah, they need to get rid of that.
I'll tell you what though, so with all these Zoom meetings that they're having, the next generation of laptops are gonna start having cameras as good as iPhones. You know how those things are amazing?
Yeah,
Except at night? So all these Zoom meetings are happening and people are using Zoom meetings as production on TV and it looks like shit. But we're all okay with it because we're all in the COVID. But after 2021, we're not okay with it. Like we know you can send a microphone and a speaker to where you're gonna have your live person at. Yeah. It takes $100 to fix that problem. But you guys are using your laptops, which are terrible cameras. Terrible cameras. Yeah. So the next generation of laptops, because of Zoom and COVID, are gonna start upping their cameras for sure. For sure.
A lot of businesses? Oh yeah.
Dude, because you watch every newscast is now Zoom. Yeah. You watch it and you're like, it is 2020 and you're using that quality? Are you kidding me right now? And I go, sometimes I think they do it on purpose to be like, we're like you guys. We're normal, you know? Because when you Zoom with it's like,
FaceTime is better. Use FaceTime. That shit's clear.
Oh, yeah, that's
fucking
clear.
use FaceTime, but you guys are using these computers where it's terrible. But use
that update.
FaceTime. Yeah, man, it's so crazy. That's what you doing, buddy.
How busy was it downtown over here today?
Poor Alex.
Why? What happened now?
So he spends 6 hours following this group of people. He followed them from wherever they were to Pershing Square. I roll up, I go 10-8, I roll right into Pershing Square, park at my studio basically, where I used to always park, get out of my car, film about, I don't know, 3,000 people, get back in my car and feed it.
You got hits, he did it.
Oh, it's his hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's his hit. I don't know about hits. So then I ended up doing a second part. He ended up doing part 3, but he spent all the time, and I watched his footage where the most amount of people was, and he did not have on camera what I had. It was just, poor guy. And then the problem with the celebration was Alex wasn't following Biden protest. He was following BLM Antifa stuff. BLM Antifa converged with Biden, and then it was the Biden celebration of Biden flags, Mexican flags, American flags, gay flags, and then you have Antifa and BLM in the mixture yelling at the cops, flipping the cops off, going, fuck you, fuck you. So the Biden guys kind of tried to separate, like as they're yelling at the cops, they're like, oh no, don't yell at the cops. The president just, like, we're trying to celebrate presidency, not fucking. So I don't know what happened at night when the sun went down, because I probably fell asleep. While Biden was speaking, I woke up. So when he spoke at 5:15, 5:30, like I saw the motorcade come in, I kind of fell back asleep. I saw her talk, kind of fell back asleep. Saw him talking. But what I did say about his speech, now, during his speech, I'm like, God damn, he's amped up. And then I watched as I woke up. As I woke up, I started watching my feed. He ran onto the stage. He ran. And then he gave a speech where he was yelling and screaming. It was probably the best speech Biden's ever given. I was like, dude. I'm like, dude, they pumped him up with fucking Bang energy drinks, steroids. I go, whatever they put on him, that dude, Biden was fucking on fire. Like he ran out there and then he gave his speech and he was yelling and screaming and it's like, dude, that guy was pumped up full of something. I go, they gave him a shot of something. Yeah, I saw the new toy. So it's hard to sell a fire with no place. He got to that thing after the 4th of launch. If he got it when it was 1 or 2, he might have been better. I saw what Ralphie said and said that you don't know what else they want. Well, think about it. That's a piece of fucking equipment robot. The whole goddamn country is in arms right now. Who cares about a goddamn robot? You know, like I heard him say on there, like, what else do they want? It's like this right here will make the news. That robot might make the news. That robot is more of a...
Because the news pumped that out when they first came out. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, but...
He got this big toy.
Yeah, but what was going on at that time?
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I told him.
So, like, if that building was on fire, flaming, they send that machine in, and all of a sudden, the flames go out? Now, if like the building was on fire, they send that machine in, and then all of a sudden the flames go whoop. That's a story. But just looking at a fucking robot,
robot. What's happening? What's happening right now in the world? Now, he might get morning news on it because at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you got to report on Biden's speech. You got to report on what's happening in the cities. You got to report on all that. So he might get a hit or two on it in the morning, but there's a reason why he didn't get 10 or 11. It's just it's a robot, dude. Think about it. It's a robot. What's happening right now in society?
That's going to be the new technology with fires.
I've seen it in France. France has a machine where they fucking threw that thing in a building and all of a sudden the flames went whoop. Looks like the van hit a person and then hit the car. You look at the front of that van and the windshield, it looks like it hit a person. Yeah. The front of the van does, yeah. Or a pole. It looks like it hit a pole.
You know, we were trying to figure out how blood on the passenger floorboard, like right at the exit of the door. So we don't know, because she definitely hit the front of her face and the back of her head.
It's in the back of your head.
Yeah, and it's leaking blood brain fluid, so, and then the front of her face is all smashed in.
So the face was facing that way.
Yeah.
I saw the back of it.
So honestly, all we know is there's a fast car to hit him.
Gotcha.
Sorry about the thing. The person came by, and he said to me, "We're out in Sarsi."
Okay. So
The
she
call came out.
wasn't a good set.
Yeah.
All right.
The call came out, and she got ejected.
Yeah.
The story's still developing.
Now I'm gonna go with what I think. And the way you word it is possibly.
Yeah.
It possibly did this, possibly did that. Give a little bit of love to Navarro's. What's up, guys? All right, say goodbye to everybody, Randy. I'm out of here, man. Take care.
All right, well, there's your action. Got you a fire in the first one, got you a double fatal in the second one. There you go. And both of them are more than likely, well, this will make the news. This will make the news. Not just streaming news. Sit here for a minute in my reflective vest. All right. Close, close, close. Red light stringer. No, we definitely don't want to be a white light stringer. Ooh. How about no light stringer?
158 transmission ALS.
Can we be no light stringer? Yeah, let's be no light stringer. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? That's great. Good to hear. This jacket's very noisy. But you can't miss me. Definitely can't miss me. No, you can't. No, you can't. So if you guys want to watch Channel 7 right now, you can let me know, or abc7.com. You can let me know if we got a hit on the fire or on this double fatal, or if there's any other stories that took place that we missed. But if you guys go to Channel 7 right now, you'll watch some, there's some local news happening here in LA, or abc7.com.
Heavy 35 years of age, conscious and breathing. You can't do 829 off incident 730.
Yeah, I don't like these bright lights. Don't like these bright lights.
Engine 131, South PLS. 110 EW, Sierra, Unit 234. Swan Drive, Sheriff on scene. Go to enter.
Oh, I don't want to write all that, Randy. I don't want to copy and paste all that. So we'll just write it real quick, right up here. We'll go to Adam. What are we doing? We'll go.
535 Morehouse Street, incident 691, RD 1764. 91772. 201690, 201690, come in.
Go.
1690 is 26T120, 26T30 watch 5, and 26T32 watch 5, and the watch.
14028 Bellflower Boulevard, Arthurdale Street. See your text regarding your patient and the informant.
757-285.
Square 9644, video, phone line,
It's go for 5024 Kavanaugh Grove, PO phone line. There's already a mom for Kate, you put in state 4, 3786. So 30 your apartment, 76 West 29th Street, the residence, it's in 19338.
3914 Ingram Street, apartment 3, incident 733 2031. 1690 SU shoulders, units under watch, clear on the
All West traffic units. A. All West traffic units, motor code A.
Windows started left side, come
5859, RP will be contacted.
39 Rod. Russian 83. Engine Squad 106, SICK ALS, 5658 Ravensburg Drive and 302, the dead end in Woodbrook Road. Engine Squad 93, full arrest, 5207 Essex Drive, Hillcrest Drive.
Siege was the first of the run to the hills after crashing and two people speeding van crashed into the possibly stolen vehicle that had a woman outside the vehicle. She was struck and killed instantly. A man inside the vehicle was also killed. One male stayed at the scene while two others ran into the hills. One male did come back and was questioned by CHP and then treated and transported by paramedics. Boom. CHP. I don't need to say that. It doesn't matter. I can't say that. Alright, so now what are we going to do, guys? Am I on the way here? We good? Yeah, we are. Yep, yep, yep. We are good. We are good. We are good. Yeah, see, there's no shoulder right here, you guys. So there's no shoulder on this freeway right here. So if they were stalled in the slow lane, they had nowhere to go. And in the fast lane. So they are doing construction here. At some point, this will be the shoulder. But for right now,
There's no shoulder on this freeway, and there's a good chance that that white vehicle had some issues, and they got out, and that is kind of what happened.
Central Bureau Motors use constant southbound Hill and College. Motor oil in the roadways, number 1 and 2 lane.
Oh, there goes Randy. I just saw him. He's parked at the bottom of that exit. I think he might be sending out his part. Uh-oh. Alright, you guys done yet? Alright, let's go see if we can get ourselves... What do we got? We got fire. We got an accident, so what's left? A shooting and or pursuit. I don't see a pursuit happening, so maybe we'll get that shooting. I just saw some money come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woot, 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 woot. It's all about the woot, woot, woot. It's all about that woot, woot. Oh, what happened? I think Randy said something to me. I saw you. I was going to actually exit Via Verde, but I didn't, Randy. I'm just going to take the 57. No, just looking at CHP board. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I was going to exit and then get back on. I was like, nah, I'll just make a U-turn on the freeway. Well, using the freeways, I should say. Not make one on the freeway, using the freeways. So that robot's pretty sweet. If you guys are into high-tech nerd stuff, LA County? Is it LA County? LA County has a new robot. If you go check out Wow Media, you'll see it. You'll see it on here too, but not for probably not till later today. But yeah, that robot's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool robot. It's all about the robot. LAFD got a new robot. There you go. LAFD got a new robot. So, who was on that fire? Verdugo, LA County, and LAFD?
40 Ranch Boulevard, 52 West.
The robot's coming up in a few minutes on ABC. Right on. With the logo, Fred, or without? Free Bird, with the logo or without a logo? Because Randy, remember we were talking about that? I told you the robot would get some love in the morning. Hopefully it gets some love with our logo. We were just talking about that. You guys might even have heard us talking about it live. We were just talking about how that robot is a big deal, but it's not a big deal, but it might get some love in the morning. Commercial right now, so you still packaging? Graphic J, are you still saying stupid statements? Are you still typing with your fingers? Hey, Jason, thank you. I did, but I have not opened it. I did get it, Jason. You don't need to give me money to ask me questions. I did get it, but I haven't opened it. I fell asleep right around the time that our president-elect and vice president-elect started talking on the TV. I fell asleep and I woke up as she was talking. Then I woke up again while he was talking, and I noticed he had a lot of energy. That's a good speech, though, by the way. And
Rolling Ridge Road, being kept and seen in the dead end for the...
I noticed... Yeah, I saw it, but I haven't opened it. Freebird, hopefully it's the LLN logo. If not, it's understandable. There was enough time there for all the stations to get there. It was a big fire. It was a big fire. I'm heading back to, I guess what they call Metro or LA area. I don't know, maybe I'll take the 605 heading to Norwalk. Maybe I'll head into East LA, kind of where we started our adventure. Hey Randy, did they actually use the robot, or did the robot just show up to the scene? No logo? Boo. Fire used their own video. Boo. Ah, Instagram link. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Randy, what's happening here? Is there construction or no? I'm actually at the 68 grand. That's where I am, huh? 422. This is old. Right? Is this where I am? Is this the 68 grand? Yeah, this is old. How old though? Looks big though. Definitely a scene. But it doesn't look like it's a decent, it doesn't look like it's a story scene. Yeah, it happened at 422. They shut the whole freeway down. What if I didn't want to take the 57 and I wanted to continue on the 60? You guys are rude. You guys are mean. How rude. It looks like we can take the alt. We're gonna be alt. Alt assist. Well, I know it's an accident. I saw it. If there's things on the freeway, it's usually an accident, and it happened at 422. Well, look at that. What do you know? You can continue on. All those people that got on the 57 are stupid. Y'all went the wrong way, unless that's where y'all going. And I did tell you guys I was going to see the sun come up. I don't know if you are, but I am. And it's Sunday, so I'm definitely not going to go play morning golf. I hate golf courses on the weekends. Y'all get in my way.
23 is requesting additional unit to stand by. A is in Alameda. Titanium 41, code 621, Window Hooper. Are you requesting additional unit to 43?
Whoa! What the heck are these noises? What's going on there? En route 1019. Copy that, buddo. Copy that.
2027 Roger.
Any mission unit possibly EW suspect Mercer and Sharp code 2758 RD 1959.
2013 Roger.
85 Roger.
Weekday everything is the best. The only thing weekends are good for... I don't think they're good for anything anymore. They kind of give me a break a little bit, but... I used to be a weekender when it came to this job. I used to F off Monday through Friday and then work hard on the weekends, and that's how I survived for a good dozen years. Then when I started my own thing, I was like, I did, don't get me wrong, I worked Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, don't get me wrong, but for the bulk of it, I would mess around because I was really good at making a lot of money on the weekend. So I would just mess around all week, and then on the weekend I'd work hard. So that's why weekends to me, it's just, I always relate weekends to work. So now that it's just different type of work. Yeah, that's a random question, all right. It's a random question that doesn't make sense. What stories have you covered relating to earthquakes? I would say earthquakes. My answer is earthquakes. Marino, I did not cover it, but our company did. I have not looked at the footage, but apparently some lady was arrested for drunk driving at that scene. Somebody was arrested at that scene for being a drunk driver. Drunkity, drunk. I haven't looked at the footage.
Roger. Is it common for the family or
Yes, I have. Just go to the search bar and put in LOUDLABS earthquake, and you'll see all the stuff that we've covered. We've covered multiple earthquakes. I've covered multiple earthquakes over my 20-year existence. And I even covered the one in 94 before I was a stringer. But I just covered that on a bike without a camera. That's all memory. That was a pretty gnarly day. That was a pretty gnarly day. I'm not hungry right now, Rob, but thank you. I'm not hungry right now. Hoosier, I don't remember anybody saying it was flat. We all know it's not. It's kind of like saying Trump 2020. You know that you're being trolled. How did I initially get into the job? Right place, right time, right skill set. Right place, right time, right skill set. Why is it so quiet? Uh-oh. We have a LOUDLABS for the East Coast. We got one in New York. There used to be one
147 traffic vision ALS 354 Orchard Avenue, Long Beach Boulevard, Sheriff Brown.
in other places near there, but we're working on it. Maybe Philadelphia, maybe North Carolina. Things are happening. But in time, because the way I look at it, this industry is not going anywhere. Now, it's changing, that's for sure. But the industry of catching news on cameras professionally, not changing. Well, like I just said, it is changing, but it's not going away. I don't know. I feel like I'm like the president. I can argue any side. I can talk any conversation and make you believe that I was right and wrong all in one sentence. It's called covering your ass. They can be certain he won all they want. It's not going to change it. Just like all the Democrats were so certain that there was a Russian collusion, weren't they? They were so certain there was a Russian collusion. And then there was proof that there was none. So we're going to have a recount. Let's have a recount. Let's do it. Let's have our democracy. But if the outcome doesn't change, well, you can't say stop bitching about it because they won't. Just like the Democrats won't.
415 Group 888 South Olive Street, incident 720, already 152.
Any thoughts on coming to Canada? I do have some thoughts on coming to Canada, eh? I personally won't make it to Canada anytime soon. I will make it there again, though. But as for expansion, there has been some talks. I've slowed the talks down a little bit. There's just some other things I need to worry about and concentrate on before I expand. In 2021, we'll start doing some expansion and along with the movement. So once the movement starts, then I'll have a better idea of who I'm going to expand with. Everybody's invited to the movement, but not everybody's invited to use our name. So once the movement starts and I start to see who is continually involved in the movement and producing, that is when I will talk to them and ask them if they would like to join or not. But I'm not going to have anybody join before them. At this point now, you got to earn it. And when I say earn it, I'm going to open up my webpage. I'm going to open up my YouTube page to all stringer companies. No, you're not going to have access and upload. You're going to send me the footage. I'll upload it. I'll split the profits with you. While I'm doing that, there will be certain people that continually upload quality footage. Those are the guys that I want. I don't want somebody who saw me on TV and wants to do what I do because they have a phone and their dad has a scanner. I want people who've been doing this for a while and know that it's a hobby that has the potential of paying and a job of passion. Not somebody out there who's trying to make a buck. Yeah, it'll be 50-50. It should be a lot less, but I'm going to do 50-50. It should be 25%. That's what I should, but I just don't feel comfortable doing that. Now, there's a company that reached out to me, and they want our footage, and they're going to give us 25% of the profits. They have like 50 million viewers on their Facebook page, and they want to give us 25%. So that's kind of the going rate. But as a cameraman myself, I'm not a businessman, I'm a cameraman. So as a cameraman, the businessman guy is getting beat up. The cameraman guy comes and slaps the business guy upside the head and goes, 25%? Come on, dude. You were raised better than that. So I'm going to go 50-50. With my guys, even more. And when it comes to the app, I have not been pushing the app for a moment, and I'm kind of waiting on Apple for that. But when I do, originally the app footage was not going to go to YouTube, but now it will be. So you guys will be able to send me footage from the app that will go to YouTube. It might not make it on TV, but you'll still split profits with. That's why I haven't pushed the app lately, because the app has a whole new window of opportunity to open up, but I don't want to push it yet until Apple is ready and until I'm ready. I don't like doing things before I'm ready. Like tonight, I went streaming before I was ready, and it was a cluster. I don't like it. I like to be ready. I like to be ready. Breathe. Breathe.
Neighbor, view 11225 Crimson Street, code 207
See? El Dorado. Those were one of the exact things I was talking about. You're sitting there telling people things. You're not going to change anyone's mind. The Republicans are upset because the Democrats cheated better than they did. That's all. It's politics. Everybody cheats. Everybody cheated. Was there not cheating 4 years ago? I'm sure there was. And the Democrats were bummed because the Republicans cheated better than they did. And everybody has all their theories, and it's not going to change anything. It's like when somebody calls me to tell me that maybe we got some information wrong originally when we sent out the footage, or take the footage down, or anything. You're like this and that and do this. It's like, it's not going to change the outcome. All it did was make things actually worse.
The more you guys complain, the more it separates us as a country. Now here's the thing, man. Yes, there was most likely issues. But yes, we're going to deal with it and continue on. Deal with it. The Republicans have to deal with it just like the Democrats had to deal with it. Deal with it. You're not going to change anything. And I called it. I actually 100% said, if Trump loses, all that's going to happen is Trump fans are going to go to work and complain on the internet. So far, there's been no looting and riots, and Trump fans have gone to work. And yeah, they've done nothing but complain on the internet. Never seen Trump fans upset. This is kind of interesting. And like I said before, man, Biden is in much more danger than Trump ever was. When we have these mass shootings, when we have these crazy people, what flavor are the crazy people? What flavor are the diabolicals? Yeah. So right now there's some crazy people that don't like the Democrats. And so Biden is in way more danger than Trump ever was.
Suspect vehicle, the black Mercedes, partial license plate, 428 not seen in unknown direction using a handgun. Information only on it is still 786. 35 Roger. I'm looking at timed out hit run misdemeanor 10524 pounds, code 27740 1406.
Issue 135 traffic, BLS 20D.
Arizona is showing their Second Amendment rights right now. I got and in Nevada, as a matter of fact, and Nevada. I saw some ARs in Nevada. I saw some ARs in Arizona. People showing their guns. I don't understand why you take the gun to the rally. Do you not feel safe? Like, there's plenty of police there. I feel safe with the police around. I actually don't feel safe with a civilian wearing a mask, wearing a Trump shirt with a gun in his hand. Upset. See, the police aren't upset. They're trained to be in that position. Now you got a Trump fan with an AR-15 in his hand upset at the government. That sounds about right, guys? Like, I don't understand those pictures that are coming out of Nevada and Arizona right now with everybody holding their guns. You're not helping the case. You're not helping the case.
27 movement traffic units available. Handle the hit run misdemeanor 10524 pounds. Code 27740 1406.
Do we have any further on this car? We have the PR.
4835 standby.
This is not what it was. I was there. Where were you? Come take my guns. I sold them to the guy in the corner. This is not. Oh, you're just a troll. You're just a troll. This is not what it was. I was there. That's press. Oh, you're just a troll. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate your continued support.
Christian page. No. 792.
I appreciate it. I have a buddy of mine who posted, he's like, I'm not going to befriend any of you Biden people, but don't come looking at me to share ammo. I gotta love Mike. You were at the square, where at the rally. Which one? Arizona or Nevada? Because I had guys at both. And I saw the video, I saw the interviews, and I saw the pictures. I don't believe that people needed to arm themselves at a peaceful protest where there are state troopers there to protect you. Prove it? Go to Kit Carson. Go to Instagram, Kit Carson.
Following a Colt 6 Charlotte vehicle southbound the 110 freeway from King Boulevard. Then we get a backup supervisor.
Go to his Instagram.
Code 4, Delaware trouble.
Any unit in the vicinity, 3873 is requesting a backup. The area unit and supervisor following a Code 6 Charles vehicle, southbound 110 freeway from Martin Luther King. 3Z3 or 3Z1?
One, man, one.
3Z3 is in route. Section 3Z1.
110 freeway from 51st Street. License plate 812 Henry Charles 073.
3873 is still southbound 110 freeway at 51st. License 8 Paul Henry Charles 073.
In pursuit.
Pursuit.
Vehicle.
Here we go.
Broadway. Do a favor.
Share. Quick. Code resident 79799. All units on all frequencies stand by. 3873 is in pursuit of the Code 6 Charles vehicle. Touching backup area. The supervisor northbound Broadway from 51st. License 8 Paul Henry Charles 073. Air unit coming on. Southwest.
73. 73. Eastbound Vernon from Broadway.
So were you in the Maricopa County? Or where were you? Were you Maricopa County? Is that Arizona or is that Nevada?
Vernon from Broadway. 3Z1 is secondary in pursuit. Supervisor respond identified.
Were you, sorry, Maricopa? It was calm and a waste of time.
From Wall. ET on that airship.
Pretty sure it was just the press got on the news. Oh, you were in Yucca. Well, my guy was in Arizona where Alex Jones was.
373 is on Vernon.
And this is what it looked like. So, why does he need a gun when there's plenty of police there with guns? Why is he dressed for war? So, like I said, when you have a Trump fan with a gun upset, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
13035.
Now, if we go to the movies and that guy has a sidearm next to him and something happens at the movies, that's okay. But he went to a place where he knew there would be yelling and he brought a gun. You take a gun with you to go shopping to protect yourself in life, that's fine. But you take a gun to... You see what I'm getting at? Y'all see what I'm getting at? Let me see. Let me see here.
11225 Compton Street, code 2, incident 203. Correction, incident 773, party 1549.
Uh-oh.
15 minutes, 1
There you are.
Special load says I might want to be there.
Oh, I should probably go to work. I forgot I was working. I forgot I was working. I forgot, Randy, to upload part 2. I got busy. Southbound Alameda from Vernon. And there's a pursuit. I should probably care about the pursuit in a minute. But we'll see.
All units on all frequency continue to stand by. 3873 is southbound Alameda from Vernon. Following code 30, correction, code 6 Charles vehicle.
So Kit got some good pictures. He went to Nevada.
We're going to be on 45th Street.
Football. He went to Nevada, Arizona, and then back to West Hollywood. So he, the past like 4 days, he's been on a photo adventure. He's been on a photo adventure. So you can check out Kit's there. I also had a guy with videos sitting at
pursuit 405 west of Alameda.
The Nevada one.
60 at the ice cream truck south, correction, west of 405.
No, it's definitely a statement, but they're also loaded. And the statement is not a good one. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Like I said, if you carry a gun to dinner or to go get gas or go do your daily thing and you're allowed to, that's fine. It's for your protection. But when you're going to a place where you know you're going to get upset, I don't know if it's a good idea for you to bring your AR. I don't know. That's just me.
Dems. Anybody who says Dems, I already know everything I need to know about you. The Dems are talking about getting rid of Trump supporters on national TV. Well, Mike or Mick, call the National Guard. They need to know the information you know. That's the point. It's not going to change anything. How do I know they're loaded? Why wouldn't they be? Like if you are legally allowed to carry it, therefore it's legally allowed to be loaded, right? Why would it not be loaded? I don't think you carry a gun. Assumptions? I'm absolutely 100% assuming that those guns were loaded. And the cool thing is, I'm independent media. I don't have to answer to anybody. So I can tell you that that guy's name was John Doe, and he had 20 weapons in his backpack. I don't have to be truthful. Isn't that weird? I don't have to tell the truth if I don't want to. I do my best. But yeah, I know it's Arizona. So those guns were loaded. You think they're not? Scott, I have a guy lane. I do. What movie is that from? Two Guns? I have a guy, Bobby? Or no, Bobby was the other guy. Denzel was the I have a guy. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I do. I got a guy. If I can't do it, I got a guy.
51 repeat. Trail 90 are all officers accounted for. Trail 20 for 390 are all officers accounted for.
Item 63 for all 20, Roger, all officers accounted for.
All officers accounted for. 540. It is 540 a.m. The sun's gonna come up. Sun will be up in about 30 minutes. Well, you guys actually might see it. It's gonna come up right there. Look, it's actually coming up already over there.
Incident 4171 of Belmont ALS. 220 Manchester Boulevard, 225 per Avenue.
Where's your son? So maybe you guys are gonna see the sunrise. Aren't you lucky? You're so lucky. Well, thank you. I will be safe. I don't like rumors either. But that's not a rumor. It was an assumption. I will stay safe out here. Thank you very much. Do you still have to have the gun and ammo separate in your car in California? Yes, and I believe the gun has to be locked. Like you can't have ammo in your trunk and an unloaded gun in your lap or in your car. I think the gun has to be locked away, and then the ammo, I think the ammo could be in your pocket, but the gun has to be in a locked away position. You'll see it rise twice. LLN NYC is great as well. Mike, they are great. Adam's doing a great job over there, man. He is doing a great job. His past few live streams, dude, check the numbers on those. That's impressive. And if I'm not mistaken, Adam opened up the comments to everybody before he had comments open to everybody, and then he had some mods. Got a little weird in that chat. Then he got rid of the mods and only had the chat open to membership paying people. And then he just let it wide open and his numbers went whoop, whoop, whoop. He even sent me a message. He's like, yeah, man, you're right. Just leave it open and have no mods. His numbers are doing better than mine.
our camera footage does better than his camera footage views, but his live stream views do better than our live stream views. It's weird how things work out, but more people enjoy watching him be professional than watching me be a dumbass. But when it comes to hitting record, you don't know how much of a dumbass I am. I look professional, you know, when you see what it is I shot. So we make more views. We get more views with our camera footage. He gets more views with his live stream. And his live stream is building up pretty good, man. Adam is the best.
2833, are you clear?
Well, thank you, Brooklyn. I appreciate that.
19-7 still text me area 13033 Cranston. Engine at squad 3.
I'm just curious. Why do you only string in Los Angeles? Because it's where I live. It's where my company was built. It's where it's tattooed all over my body. It is where I learned everything. It's where I am. I guess that's the answer. It's where I am. Now, 2021, I plan on stringing and streaming in a lot of different cities, a lot of different markets. I am going to make my way to a lot of cities next year. I am.
Now, 98 to Avalon. Suspect is a male. No further description. Code to incident 0815.
In my defense, I'm funnier. I'm not so much funnier is now he's more talented. Like when he gets into his impressions or when he gets into character, it's great. I'm just straightforward, smart ass, witty. And when you say you're witty, you're not that witty. That's why I laughed, because you're not very witty when you say you're witty. But I got my wits about me. And because I'm so quick on the heels is why I'm funny. But he's way more professional than I ever will be. He's professional at a scene. He's mostly professional in his car. And when he does mess around in his car, he doesn't mess around like me. Like his past and my past were completely different.
2112
Yeah, completely different.
It's a 29, 14 man, something a bigger one on that tape as 4016. It's looking about 25 years. Code 20819, RD111.
Wow.
Roger.
Damn. 55 has some words to say.
160 Foothill.
You go. You go, 55. You tell him. You tell him how you feel. Yeah.
With the alarm company that is the LA Fuel gas station on a Parco.
All right, Mike Gar, here you go. Ready? And?
27, last 4 to the inside line.
And?
0218.
Now go to 11955 Iowa Avenue for Lakeside Sheriff. 22789 on EF. Do you want to identify?
No, call again. There were good people on both sides. There's good people on both sides.
Hey, Roger. Here, Roger.
What's so crazy is Trump supporters for the past 4 years, their mentality was, man, it's so easy to troll the Dems. It's so easy to troll Dems. Well, Democrats right now are basically saying it's so easy to troll Trump fans right now. It's so easy to troll Trump fans right now. And the more this goes on and the more that things don't change, it's going to be way more easier for the Democrats to troll the Trump fans. Now, like I said, the Trump fans for 4 years had a blast. It was so easy to, Snowflake, is that where Snowflake came from? It was so easy to troll the Democrats. So easy. It's just, all you had to do was pick a subject and say the words. Easy to troll the Democrats. Well, the Democrats now, it's really easy to control the Trumps. And I'm just sitting back here laughing. laughing.
South Beach units, additional your ADW suspect there now, 98 in Avalon, suspect is a male black, 49 years, wearing a blue jacket, blue shirt, gray sweats.
What kind of hat am I wearing? Oh, what kind of hat am I sporting? Orange County Fire Authority. Orange County Fire Authority hat. So see, I don't always work in Los Angeles. Sometimes I work in Orange County Fire Authority. That's me. Thank you.
Trying the doors to the location.
Yeah, Freebird. 2020 has been the year of the cameraman. 2020 has definitely been the year of the cameraman.
0746.
All right, so what do we got going here? That's at the 405. That's not going to help us out. That was a while ago. Were you a semi? Jeep Wrangler. What's going on over here? Now see, I like best nail tech. I like that statement. Trump got robbed. Whether it's true or not, we're all allowed to believe it. It's probably true. Or not. But ain't no changing it. Now that's the true statement. Once you accept that, you can move on. Like, you're not going to change it, move on. And try to change it in 4 years from now. Instead of complaining about it for the next 4 years like the Democrats did. For 4 years, I got tired of hearing about how bad. I want to hear about what you were going to do. I want to hear about how you're going to change it. That's what I want. I want to hear about how this and that. Go forward, not backwards. And so I like your statement. Your statement is you moving forward, accepting what happened. But what I do find weird is, how did all the other Republicans get voted in? If there was voter fraud, it was only for that one box, not all the boxes. So when they frauded the ballots, they only frauded the one box, not all the boxes. Because during his speech, he said how great all the Republicans did. But it was just he who got messed up, not the other people. That's what makes it so weird. That's what has me believing, well, maybe it's not what he says it is. Because just because he did not coin the phrase fake news, by the way. It was Hillary Clinton was the first person to use fake news. Now, we all know Trump owns it now. But isn't it possible Trump could also put out fake news? Is that possible, or is it not possible?
30 MPC is down. Can you change my status to end of watch? And put in the comments.
See, you know what else I'm seeing right now, Eldorado? I'm seeing a lot of prove it's. You're the third person to say that today? Prove it. A lot of prove it's going on right now. Instead of saying prove it, my point is, what's the point? Who cares? So, I agree with you. Whenever someone says, well, what about? I agree with you. I agree. Now what? Nothing will change. So move about your life. Spend the time and energy on you, on your family. Make the system work for you.
And transmission ALS 19009 Laurel Park Road.
597. Message.
Rancho Way.
LA Lakers, yes. He was playing golf today. And the best meme I saw was, how do you lose your job on your day off?
Party 1154 East 11th Street.
That was the best one I saw today.
Illegal warehouse party selling alcohol after 2 a.m. Scheduled to end at 6 a.m. PR is not at location. Information only on incident 826.
There's literally people dancing in the streets, Allie. Literally people dancing in the streets. He did have a sad face, but he tried to be cheery. I don't know if you saw the footage where he was hanging out with the wedding party.
Everyone's telling you that that's why I heard all the decline man. Code 2 instead of 824 RD 885.
There's our son. Robert, all he did for 8 years was make fun of Obama golfing, and then he actually literally golfed more. That's pretty funny. Hey, confirm, just because you ask it twice doesn't mean it matters, right? Right? I don't know. Google it. Let me Google. What was your question? Let me copy and paste. Is it true? Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what Google says. California make it legal. I saw your question the first time. Legal to be a pedophile. Survey says no. They didn't. So there's your answer. The answer is no. See? Yes question, I say no. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to come back with a response. Well, what about what I answered your question? So the answer is no. So now the conversation about that should stop. I love it when someone asks me a question, I give them an answer, and then they try to tell me how my answer, like you asked me the question, but then you try to tell me how my answer is not what you want. Oh no, San Pedro fatal hit and run of a pedestrian. That's never good. No, okay, thank you. See? I like that. Accept it and move on. Accept it and move on.
02 incident 0829 RD 162.
6 a.m. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Today is Sunday. Sunday, yo, 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 yo. What are we doing today? It's his third time what? Running for president? How many times did Trump run? Trump won. I can't even talk. How many times did what did Google say Trump? I think Trump like tried 5 times. Which puts it over the past 20 years, which sounds about right. If I'm not mistaken, he tried a bunch. Once, no Freebird. That is not true. That dude has been on... This is the first time that Biden was on the ballot for the Democratic Party and won. First time Trump was on the thing, he won. That doesn't mean it wasn't the first time he tried. He tried multiple times. He only ran once? Trump? Okay. Okay, Freebird. Let me grab us some facts for you, okay? And the answer is a dozen. He's tried to put himself on the ballot since fucking 1988. Nah, it's been since 92 though.
Under the influence, somebody to fight with family members, code 3, incident 832, or detail 39. 7821, rescue 61 clears, no transport. Does it here have a visible CCC? Oh, identify.
All right, you ready? Here's the timeline. I'll give you a timeline. Here's the timeline. Boom. There you go. Boom. Dumbass.
18841, come in.
So in 87 and 88, I told you in the 80s, he talked about it, but in 2000,
41,
he enters the presidential race. 2004, he did it again.
Requesting you to return to the scene.
2012, boom, there he goes. No, he endorsed. Oh, in 2015, he formally announced. So I think the answer to that is 3. Mike Gar. All right, Mike. You said Biden uses the N-word? Okay, let's say he does. What does that change? See my point? It doesn't change anything. He's still going to be the president. He says the N-word. Well, that's weird because he spent 8 years with his buddy Obama, and then his running mate. I'm confused. I'm confused. Biden's been a part of history a few times here. See, 3 times. But and that's funny because everyone's, they make fun of Biden. It's his 3rd time. Well, Trump 3 times. And then I love how homegirls like, no, first time you did. You must be young, because us older people who watch TV know that it wasn't his first time. I see lights. I know, right?
61, the appearance is here to exit. She stated the entering code is pound 3147.
Mike Gar, yes, who he called the first educated black man, bro. Okay, so what? Again. Okay, Mike. Cool. Now what? Does that change anything, Mike? Mick? That's my point. That's my point. It's like the Democrats just bitched and complained for 4 years. Did that change anything? Not until yesterday, when people actually went and did something about it. Complaining about it doesn't do anything. You do something about it. And when do you do something about it? You do something about it every 4 years. Something was done about it. Some people don't like the outcome. We're going to have a recount, which is great for the country. We should absolutely have a recount. Just like Gore had a recount.
397, brother.
Okay, Basketball Avenue. See, I love it. I love it. This actually, I love this. Biden plagiarized. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure the First Lady took Michelle Obama's speech and plagiarized it, but it doesn't matter. My point is, you're sitting here telling me all the bad things about Biden. I don't care who won. My point is, it's not going to change it. Keep complaining. The complaining won't change. You have 4 years before you're able to do something about it now. Or 2 years, I guess. 2 years, depending on if you want to, vote some stuff out. I'm hoping that Pelosi loses. I don't want Pelosi being the Speaker of the House anymore. That chick needs to be voted the F out. Get her out. Get her out. And the last thing I want to see is a camera on her face when Trump leaves the White House. Now, it will be cute, but I don't want to see. It's disrespectful. I don't want to see. I can already picture her little dumb... Smack that bitch. Basketball Avenue. Be careful what you say. Did you hear what you just said? All right. Election turnout will go down because the people won't have confidence in the process. What people won't have confidence? Republicans? So now more Democrats are going to vote? Well, whose fault is that then? Whose fault is that if the next president is a Democrat, because the Republicans don't believe in the system and don't want to vote? instead of doing something about it, you're just gonna think it doesn't work. Like Hannity. Oh, that was the best speech, dude. The day. When was it? We had the election on Tuesday, and I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Hannity's report on Wednesday. Dude, he sat there and shit on democracy for 10 minutes and said that voting is this, voting stupid. We had problems here. It's just voting sucks. Democracy sucks. Let's go to the voting map and see how Trump can win. Like, he literally shit on democracy for 10 minutes and then went to the guy sitting at the map and said, hey, how can Trump win? And the guy was sitting there going, you just said he can't. So, January is the date. You ready for the new start? It doesn't make a difference to me. Just like everybody's waiting for 2020 to be over. Once once that date hits the first, nothing changes. It's not going to change. So no, I'm not ready for a change. I'm in it. It change every day is a change. Every day, things are changing. Like, look, I just got a new jacket. So if the Republicans stop voting, you're only effing yourselves. It's like the people who boycotted Netflix because of cuties. All you did was hurt yourself. You didn't hurt Netflix. You just screwed yourself from watching cool other shows on Netflix. So if you're like, we're not going to vote, well, then you're not going to be happy with the results. Hey, look who's back. See you in 5 minutes. I don't got anything against SVG, San Gabriel, SGV News. I don't have anything against him. I just don't like you. France outlawed mail-in voting due to fraud. Well, they probably didn't have a pandemic during that time. Probably didn't have a pandemic during that time. Oh, and Freebird. Okay. See? Look at Will Glass. It works. Robert, so why not what? Why not what? Why not what? Why not what? Park closed. Do not enter. This is a cool park. I think they're making it better. My mom used to take me here when I was a kid. Right before we used to go visit my grandpa. Or while we were visiting my grandpa. When will the lockdown end? I have a feeling it's about to get worse. I do. So now that we have a Democratic president in our future, and I don't know about other states, but here in California, Newsom, Garcetti have been all about mandates, mandatory, masking this, masking that, close this, close that, and it seems like the Democratic president is involved. So I don't think it's going to get any better here in California when it comes to closures and stuff like that. We did get some talk about the kids going back to school, but I'm actually hoping, to be honest with you, that the governor of California and the mayor of LA get jobs in the new cabinet and get the hell out of California. I do. I hope that Garcetti and Villaraigosa can make their way to, are those the right names? Can make their way to Washington, D.C., just like Pelosi did. Pelosi got out of San Francisco, and I think San Francisco might have got a little better. I don't quite know. But I do know that California needs some help, and I don't think the new president is going to help it. I think he's just going to let it continue.
131, have you read?
What's not true? Me, Colligan? Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? What I say is definitely probably not true. Don't take anything from me. I'm an uneducated monkey.
4010,
But what I do know is what I see.
I'll have to go back incident 677. Speak to the watch to whenever they're going on to
Alright, so the sun's out, so I guess you guys did see the sun come out. And we didn't watch any news on Channel 5. You guys should have watched the news on Channel 5. Anybody watch the news? Yeah, game player, unfortunately I believe that is absolutely true. I do believe that it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Now, see, Japalo? Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question, Japalo, because you just put out a statement. When the votes are counted fairly, the people celebrating are going to lose their minds. They're going to lose their minds in celebration. When we get our slingshots out, that's when we get our slingshots out. Oh, you're trolling, sorry. So what happens if they do a recount and the recount says, yes, there was some fraud over here and here, but the numbers still have Biden winning? Will you accept that, or will you just not accept it at all that Trump could possibly not win or lose? I don't know. It's early in the morning. It's early in the morning. How come they never show California counties' votes? I don't know. They only show the whole state is blue. I don't know. Google it. I'm sure you can Google it. It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge. I'm pretty sure you can go find it out. Who did you vote for? I didn't vote. That means I would care. And that also means that I would care that one person was right and one person was wrong. They're both idiots. They're both right and they're both wrong. If I picked a side, that means I'm letting other people run my emotions. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm in charge of my own emotions. If I pick a side, now I'm deciding on other people for my feelings. It's like team sports. I was never good in team sports because I had to rely on other people to win. I don't want to rely on other people to win. It's like what's happening right here. Things are changing in my industry. I'm no longer relying on mainstream media to run my days and my nights. I'm relying on me to run my days and my nights. So again, if I picked a side, that means I'm relying on somebody else for my emotions. My emotions are my emotions. This is my temple. I'm not going to let somebody else let energy and stuff come in that I didn't make. No, I make my own. That's why I was really good at this job. Because it's just me. Now, I never started the job thinking I was going to be the boss. When I was with On Scene, it was just me. And some other people came along, and I don't work well with others, so I got out. RMG, I went with, they were never stringers. They were doing their own thing. I was stringing. Then I started my own thing, and I had to put a team together, and then I've learned to work well with others. But to rely on other people for my feelings? No. So the answer is I didn't vote. No. Come on now. Plus, I couldn't sit here and honestly shit on both sides if I voted. Matt, so do you believe it? Like, is that what you see? Like, talking to your neighbors and your friends, or is that what you see? So here's also what I think, and I told my wife this. I go, a lot of Trump supporters secretly voted for Trump in 2016. A lot of Trump supporters secretly did not vote for Trump in 2020. Matt, my city in Wisconsin is usually a strong Republican county, but this time around it was almost a blue sweep this year. So Matt, do you think that stuff happened in your county, or do you think that's what it was? Because like I just said, there were a lot of quiet Trump supporters that didn't want to let their neighbors know they were voting for Trump, and then they voted for Trump. And now there's a lot of Trump supporters don't want their neighbors to know that they didn't vote for Trump, if you know what I mean. I hope so, Jason. I hope it works out, man. I hope it works out. I hope it works out. That's what I'm going to try to do. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to bring us all together. There's enough room here for everyone. There's no reason mainstream media should be in charge of us anymore, Jason. There's no reason, Jason, why mainstream media should be in charge of us anymore. In charge of how we do things, or in charge of giving us money. Now, we will 100% still be doing mainstream media. It's not instead of, it's in addition to. But I'm going to be leaving soon. When it comes to stringing, there's certain rules that you got to go by, certain things you got to do to submit your stuff to the stations. And then the stations are in charge of, well, our emotions. It's exactly what we were just talking about. When you submit your footage to a station, now you're waiting for that station to say yes or no, and then they pay you, and then it takes either 2 weeks or 2 years before you get your money. They're in charge of us. I don't want that. I'm trying to figure out, and it's stressful. You go to a scene and you're like, there's competition. I want stress-free stringers. I want my stringers to go to scenes and be stress-free. I don't want them to go to scenes anymore. I want them to go to scenes and then make the decision, is this news or is it streaming news? When it's streaming news, you're going to make money no matter what. If it happens to be breaking news, now you kind of go about it. So I want my guys to show up streaming news in mind, then decide, is it mainstream? That's the difference now. No longer, and it's just like I said, if I picked a side, then I have to rely on other people to, make my emotions. If I play a team sport, then I have to rely on other people to win. I don't like that. Wasted ones. It's the best statement of the day, man. Wasted Ones has the best statement of the day.
Have you arrived?
Front door.
Right, Matt? That's what I am. I'm a people person. I'm not gonna. If I was to vote, I'm not voting on party. I'm voting on the person. Robert Soul says no. We don't know what he says no to. He just says no. Oh, I think he's talking about the third party. I think a third party could work if people from the red party and people from the blue party all leave and join together as another party. That party could work. I think they were trying it. It's called the Unity Party. I even suggested it, and then I was told that it was already happening. So I love it, Matt. I love it. I love my Alienware. And the reason why I love it is because it's a gaming computer. It's made for, stuff to move fast. Well, because I'm doing a lot of moving footage and watching YouTube and streaming stuff, I need it to move fast. So it already kind of comes ready to go. Now, Origin is also a good computer to have.
43, 32nd and Broadway 810 at Williams 088.
All right, I think I'm going to say goodbye. I think so. I'm not a gamer, though, Matt. I'm not a gamer. My brother is a gamer, and that's how I got introduced to Origin and Alienware. Do you know the origin of Origin and the origin of Alienware? Since you seem like you're a gamer, Matt, do you know the story? Do you know how Origin, Alienware, and Dell are all related? I do. So what happened was these two dudes came up with Alienware. They made it, and then they sold it to Dell. And they took the money from Dell and came up with Origin and now own Origin. So when you see Origin computers, it's the two dudes from Alienware. So Origin, Alienware, and Dell are all related. How do I know this? Because my brother is the smartest person we all know. Yeah. He is, I believe he is a professor, computer science, and literally the smartest person
I know. And you know. Almost was an astronaut. Almost was an astronaut, but decided the family came first. That's how smart he is. I didn't get the smarts. I didn't get the smarts. And we're wondering where he got the smarts, because, well, there's nobody as smart as that guy. He's literally Sheldon. He's literally Sheldon. DNY, no, it might be the smartest person you know as well. You don't know that he's not. And like I said, he is a professor. I think he was a professor at, I forgot what college. And I believe it was computer science. He has his master's. He was almost an astronaut. That's a pretty smart person. Now, when I was younger, I had friends who played this game. I didn't play this game because I knew the answer. My dad was a 6'2", 230-pound, broad-shouldered man. So I didn't need to say, my dad can beat up your dad. Remember those kids? My dad can beat up your dad. But I will say, my brother is smarter than your brother. I will say that. All right, I'm done talking shit for the night. I will talk at you all later. Remember, tomorrow is promised to no one. Go for it, man. Hug your loved ones. Later, losers.